So welcome to collision series. In this we will be discussing problems on collision. So let us begin with the first problem on collision. The first problem on collision is problem number 1.5, and the problem is stating two particles 1 and 2 move with constant velocities v1 and v2. At the initial moment their radius vectors are equal to r1 and r2. How must these four vectors be interrelated for the particles to collide? So when we approach with this problem, let us begin by drawing a diagrammatic representation of the situation. So we can consider the situation as shown in the diagram. Over here we have plotted the position r1 vector of the particle 1, r2 vector of the particle 2, and they both are moving towards each other with v1 vector and v2 vector. Now in order to understand this situation, we first of all define collision. When we say collision is taking place, we technically mean to say whenever two particles try to acquire two or more particles try to acquire same position at same instant of time, collision takes place. So this is one thing for us to understand. Now if we understand this over here, what we have done is we have drawn a similar diagram of the situation where we have only mentioned the position vector r1 vector and r2 vector of the particle. Now if I write this vector which is in the direction of line joining 1 and 2, now we are going to solve this problem based on the relative motion aspect. So if I consider that the particle 1 is relatively at rest, or we are seeing the motion from the particle 1 point of view, then we can say that the particle 2 is moving towards particle 1 and we are considering this one as r0 vector. So if I draw the position r0 vector, then I can say that if two vectors are in order, then the resultant is third side but in opposite direction. So r0 vector can be understood as r1 vector minus r2 vector. Now if we consider these two velocities v1 vector and v2 vector, and if I write relative velocity, so over here we have considered the particle 1 to be at rest, or we are solving from the reference frame of 1. So over here we write according to reference frame of particle 1. So according to reference frame of particle 1 we have expressed this expression. So similarly according to this we can say that the relative velocity of particle 2 with respect to particle 1 will become v2 plus v1 vector. That is these two vectors will be reverse in direction. Over here it should be v2 vector minus v1 vector. So we will put this vector over here, that the relative velocity can be written as v2 vector minus v1 vector. Now for collision to take place, both these direction must match with each other. So if I write unit vector in the direction of r0, so r0 can be written as r1 vector minus r2 vector divided by its magnitude. So similarly we can say that the v relative direction can be written as v2 vector minus v1 vector divided by its magnitude. So both the directional aspect must match with each other. So over here we have the first expression and we have the second expression. So if both the directional aspects will match with each other, then we can say that r1 vector minus r2 vector upon magnitude of r1 minus r2 is equal to v2 vector minus v1 vector divided by magnitude of v2 minus v1. So this is the necessary answer for this particular problem, and we can again revisit this problem. The first thing that we have done is we have defined collision. So for collision to take place, the two particles must be at the same position at the same instant of time, and then we are solving from the reference viewpoint of the particle 1. So for particle 1 we are expressing this vector triangle as the sum of the two vectors is the third vector, that is, if two vectors are in order r2 and r0, then the resultant is r1 vector. So over here we have expressed r0 vector, and then we have written the position of r0 vector. This can also be said according to reference viewpoint of particle 1, that we have written this expression. Now in the next part, since we are considering reference point of 1, so we are writing relative velocity of particle 2 with respect to 1 as v2 vector minus v1 vector, and then we write the direction of this relative velocity, and since both the vectors must have same direction for the condition to be satisfied, we equate them to get the final answer.